Come on.
Gonna reload this. I think it's the Criminal
Thank you.
Investigative Bureau.
Just so you know, Maple's in the ICU.
What happened?
Him and Crystal were the ones that got shot at the start.
Big
Oh,
sussy.
original. Fuck.
Big sussy.
Well, we
Yeah,
got him.
Pussy.
Yeah, he's all right. He's all right, but he's got to rest up for a couple of days. Hey, yo, thank you for the one. Welcome to the October, buddy. I appreciate you, man. Thank you. It doesn't help that he had a bike accident like 2 days ago, so he was already
Yeah, I
been
heard about
messed
that.
up. Yeah. All right. I've got some good news to tell you in a bit, though.
What's the good news?
I'll tell you when we're driving.
I don't like that.
What, Jack?
All right, dispatch 628 is now 10-8.
Sus. What's the good news?
Hello.
Oh, is he going now? Well, you kind of look the part now with that stick. You're congratulations. You're a grandpa.
Huh? How?
Ziggy and Flop, they adopted
Ew.
somebody.
Who?
Room and me. Honey!
Fringo, got another report about you. You're
Suspended.
you're suspended.
Or were gifted a tier 1 sub to MU7. They have given 2 gift subs in the channel.
He jumped out the car. So thank you for gifting us something, Mary. I appreciate you.
From the gang. All right, give me
Give me painkillers. Give me pain. I'm in
Honey.
pain.
Honey.
Emotional and physical pain.
Oh my God, Dark! You did this to him.
I
You
didn't.
did this. To
I
him.
mean,
yes, you did this to him.
honey, calm down, okay?
Calm down.
Listen,
It's
Dark.
not. It's a
I'm
good
gonna
thing.
give you some painkillers, all right, Rhodes.
Okay, all right.
Thank
Honey, do you think if I pick up one of the trash cans outside and start poking it with the needle, it's kind of like the trash can kind of mimics Rue, right?
Antiseptic here.
Don't say that, your granddaughter.
Is it kind of like the voodoo doll where you poke with sticks and like needles and stuff? Is that how that works? Is that how that works?
Stop it.
What do you mean? Stop
What about
it?
the voodoo? Sorry, I don't do black magic anymore. Not ever since I I did don't you remember Rose Rhodes? I brought her back from the dead, and then I took her straight to the bank and I asked her to empty her bank account and give me her money.
Rue?
Oh. No, Rose Rhodes.
Oh, I thought you said Rue. I was gonna say, Nancy, this is your fault.
No, I did not. I would never do something like this.
Oh my
to a
God.
dangerous gang member.
What
I
have
was,
we
I was gonna say
done?
some people deserve to stay dead. Why?
All right, here's one bullet.
Ew.
And we get the other bullet. And there it is.
Honey, why didn't you get treated after the shootout with everybody else?
Listen, how's am I supposed to get treated when everybody else was down? It took them before we ever got to Mission Row. It was an hour before everybody was treated.
Okay. Fair enough.
All right, I'm going to be cauterizing this vein here. So
Okay.
you are on drugs, so you may not feel it.
Oh, wait.
Okay.
I may not feel it. What's I'm not supposed to feel? Because I ain't feeling much.
Yeah, I mean, you were not supposed to be feeling me burning your vein shut.
Burning.
That's what you're doing. Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
All right. Yeah. Well, tell you what, the painkillers did a phenomenal job at the physical and emotional pain going away.
But that's something I can't help you with.
Nancy, one moment, honey. Honey.
Stitches
Yeah.
Rue.
Yeah.
Ruined my day.
No. Don't say that. Don't say that.
No.
Don't say that. Come on. That's your granddaughter. Come on.
Did they officially adopt?
Cut that.
I don't know if the paperwork's been signed.
Oh, thank God it's not official.
It's official. It's happened.
Why?
Because
Staple this.
It's not a foretaste. It's different. It's
How
real.
is this different?
It's different.
What
It's a
redeeming
lot.
qualities does she have?
She's very. She's
Rhodes,
made.
do you mind sitting on the bed for me?
Yeah. Just go ahead and. Just a moment.
Sometimes I too forget how to sit properly.
Yeah, it's a little difficult sometimes.
All right. I'm gonna be doing here is just taking your blood pressure, okay? Before I let you.
Oh
go.
no, his blood pressure's gonna be like 180.
Has anybody ever taken your blood pressure before?
No.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna be putting.
It's gonna be okay, honey.
On your arm here. I'm gonna be strapping this to your arm.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's getting a little tight.
It's gonna get tighter.
Oh, okay.
I mean, no, it's gotta really get there, like,
Yeah, no, I totally understand. I totally understand. Okay, this is getting a little too tight, Nancy. A little too tight.
Okay, it's 139.
Hey,
is that
it's right. It's on the cuff.
It's on the cuff.
It's on the
it's a
cusp
little
of being...
a little high.
Yeah.
It's a little high. Have you had that experience,
yes.
like any headaches or like actual like pressure on your temples when you get like flustered?
Yes, actually, yes.
Okay. All right, let me
got some bad news too. Could this be like anxiety or something? I may be depressed.
No, I could refer you to a psychologist if you would like.
Yeah, I probably need to speak to Pixie. I probably need to speak to Pixie.
Okay.
Oh no!
So you need to change your bandages here.
Okay.
Every 6 hours. Okay. And your stitches themselves should dissolve. But you should come back here to get staple out of your arm here. I gave you 2 staples instead of
Okay.
stitches on that one.
All right. Is
I'm
that
gonna be
like a
prescribing
return
you.
tomorrow kind of deal?
Yep. I'm
Okay.
gonna be
All right.
prescribing you ibuprofen for you to take
Okay.
that every 8 hours. Make sure you have something to eat before you do that, so you don't get stomach pains.
Got it.
And as far as your blood pressure is concerned, um, how's your diet? You want to go to a dietitian?
My diet's fine.
All right. Do you eat lots of sodium in your diet?
Yeah.
Maybe cut down on that entirely.
Entirely.
Yeah. I mean, you have a granddaughter now to think of. Can't just be,
Yeah, I
dying.
think I need more
Wait,
sodium.
no photos,
Less
man.
sodium.
What are you
All
doing?
right.
I think
You
I need
look
more
like you look
sodium.
like my
Here's a-
my brother. I'm sorry. I wanted to share this with my.
I don't have
Here
any
is
siblings.
your
I just look
prescription.
like him. I'm
Okay.
sorry. I didn't.
Appreciate it,
I
Nancy.
No
really
photo.
good to see
Delete
you,
that.
Rose.
You too. You too.
Okay,
I
I'm
missed you.
sorry. I'm just a
Delete
homeless
that.
Miss
man.
you too?
Erase it.
Okay.
All right, you're
I'm
discharged.
going up. I'm going to sleep. I
No,
need to
no,
sleep off the terrible news I've
no,
heard.
What's
no,
wrong,
please.
officer?
Nothing. Nothing's
Officer, I can
wrong.
help you.
Everything's fine.
Oh.
Nothing
Honey,
has
please. Let's talk.
been
Let's talk.
ruined.
Let's talk.
Hey.
Let's just go.
Hey,
What?
don't you regret it that we didn't just continue picking those mushrooms? Know how different your life could be now? You could be in that fucking yacht. We
Oh
could have
my
been in a
God.
fucking yacht, and now there's a timeline where you and me are in a yacht, and Dark is there as well. But you don't have grandchildren. You don't have gangster grandchildren. You're just living it up.
could have
Mark
been-
Zuckerberg is in the bathroom, and he's
could have
like,
been
"Hey,
anybody.
you want to go skiing with me, Rhodes? You want to go skiing with me,
There-
Rhodes?" And he
there
looks
really
like an
is-
apparition.
There's only a handful of people.
Hey, Doctor, can you help me out?
Erwin Dundee in like future.
Mm.
That the list short. The list short.
Mhm. That you want a grandfather? Is that what you're?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Honey,
Now,
let's,
at least it's not Dundee. It could be worse. Have you thought about that? Like how it would have been worse if Dundee
Yeah,
was your
yeah,
You
it could
dipshit
be-
son?
could be
She
worse.
used to be alongside Dundee. That's the issue. She
She's
is
not
like
though.
him.
She's not any. She's.
I haven't
to be
seen. I haven't
fair,
seen her in a
Rhodes-
while. I haven't seen her. But listen,
She
not
made
many
me
people-
hot chocolate. She made me hot chocolate.
I'm surprised you didn't see Flop as a disappointment when he was running up and down the halls of MRPD in a straight jacket,
Okay,
in a
Nancy.
in a white mask,
Hey,
saying
we
that
don't
he was
wanna-
a droplet of cum.
Okay. Okay.
I mean,
So
that's
we're not-
valid.
we-
Honey,
we're
that's valid.
we're talking about pop
Honey.
right now.
So the bar was never set real high in my mind anyway. Yeah, this is what it is sometimes.
Come on, let's talk about it. Come on. We
All
just
right.
talk about it.
Thank you for the help. I
Alright.
appreciate it. I'll
You're
see you
welcome.
tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
Come on. Let's just go for a drive, okay? Just a nice drive. Just go for a nice drive.
It's a shame I got delayed with Nancy.
It's not that bad. He's a good girl. Oh
Is she still part of the BBMC?
no, she's part of the ADMC.
What does that stand for?
That's Ziggy's club.
I'm disgusted.
Okay, just calm down for a minute, okay? Let me explain what happened. All right?
But nothing changes.
No, listen, because it was. This is why you know me. I'm like you, and I've always been like you. A criminal into the family? Nuh-uh. Ain't no way. Disgusting. So you're probably like, Richard, are you crazy? Why are you okay with this shit? Are you high? That's probably what you're thinking right now. And normally, I would say the same thing. But the situation as to how this arose is why I didn't want to say no. The Forte thing put a bad stamp on their approval ratings with adoptions, right? So I was worried when they started speaking to me about this stuff. But this all happened with the council shooting. You heard about that, right? Oh,
Which
no.
one?
When Changang went into the council meeting and shot the whole place up.
The terrorism case stuff, right?
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
And can you still hear me?
Barely.
Okay, I think we should be fine. Well, anyway, what happened was I'll wait until you're back in the car. That I don't want to shout. This is not gonna go well. I'll be honest. This is not gonna go well. I know. I didn't want you to find out like this. I wanted Flopposy to tell you, but they haven't yet, and I don't want you to wait any longer, okay? Yeah. So I know, you know, it's not a nice way to find out, to just be told, but it's good news. You're a grandpa now. You're a grandp. So I think we should, that's why I want to go to the tattoo shop. I was thinking we could get gramp stamps. We can get gramp stamps together.
I'm too fucking young for a gramp stamp.
We can get gramp stamps, and we can get ones that say gramp slay together, stay together.
I'm not getting no.
Come on.
No. I'm not getting no. It's not happening. Absolutely not over someone I don't even know.
Okay, that's okay. Well, okay, so this Chain Gang went to a council meeting with guns and they shot the place up. During that meeting, TJ Walker, a member of ADMC, was killed by one of their members by Chain Gang. Was shot in the back of the head and he died. The issue was Solomon Walker, the deputy mayor, who was also in the meeting, supposedly knew about the attack and didn't say anything to TJ or hid it from TJ or basically didn't warn him, basically had a part in his death. So he another member of the club, he let them die or had a part in him dying. So that got pretty messy, as you can imagine. Now Rue was Solomon's adopted daughter. So Rue being Solomon's adopted daughter and all that happening, And obviously TJ being close to everybody in the club and them all losing essentially a family member, Rue was in a pretty rough place. And Ziggy and Flop offered Rue a place to stay during that time and took care of her. And over the weeks that she stayed with them, they got pretty close and, you know, kind of took a parental kind of place in her life, and you know, it kind of went from there. And it was a very natural thing. It wasn't just, hey, look, Forte's like me, haha, let's adopt him. It was, oh, this girl has nothing, she's never had a family, we really care about her. Let's give her a home and a family that actually cares about her for once. Because apparently Solomon, even though he had a house and was her dad, let her sleep in like a trailer out back, like in a, you know, one of those shipping containers, and didn't let her sleep in the house. So they do care about her a lot. And when they came and spoke to me about it, as much as she is a criminal, and I wanted to say, no way, Jose, I couldn't, because they're starting their own family and they care about her a lot. I couldn't just say no.
Go for 230. I will get both. Well, actually, I will get the VAF written up. I have the vehicles documented. I'll make sure it's all submitted.
So that's how the adoption came about. And
Are they considered a dog?
honey, it's not the point.
Hear me out. We got a little puppy. We leave it at the front of their house with the little a little name tag that says Rue, says I'm lost. And
God.
same thing, but with a dog.
I think this is happening, I'll be honest. Why? Tell me why you don't like it. Is it because she's a criminal?
No, it's not just that. Okay, there's a difference between, like, certain types of crimes. Now, obviously, I'm judging based upon my past experience with Rue. Okay, and it's possible that things have changed. It really is. I would say unlikely,
haven't.
but possible, right?
Nope, they haven't.
In saying that, I haven't had a good, hey, Rue. Rue was like, get the fuck out of the billabong. Blah, blah, blah.
Right. I didn't know that. Okay, yeah.
Now, again, many years ago. But still.
Okay. Well, well, the good news was you're a grandfather now. The bad news that is, she's still actively a criminal.
How bad?
Violent felonies, active warrant right now, to the point where I'm having to avoid her and avoid meeting and getting to know my granddaughter because I can't compromise my morals.
Her mugshot says everything I need to know.
Yeah,
Honey, I hate to break
IDMC.
it to you. We are not having Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, Thanksgiving, walking into a room with her.
I'm gonna make things a little bit worse, but I don't want to keep anything from you. So the reason she has a warrant right now is because Chain Gang and ADMC are going at it, like gang war stuff. Rob told me a couple mornings back that apparently, along with Rue, Ziggy's been getting involved too.
So all of the underlying issues is Ziggy's involvement with ADMC. Rue the Lost Puppy is only involved in this picture because of the ADMC. Honey, there's shelters for lost puppies. Now, do I think Rue would get adopted? Probably not. You know, I think, I was about to say something so insensitive, honey. So insensitive. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. It would have been so bad. Oh my God. If I said that, oh my God. Oh, that'd be so bad. You know, maybe it was for the best that I didn't say it. I kind of want to. Maybe I should. Did you say something?
No, I'm letting you speak your mind here.
I can't say it. I don't know if I have it in me.
The
Yeah.
the issue is, honey, is that Flop and Jiggy care about Rue like we care about Flop.
Uh-huh.
And so it's one of those that if
What's Flop gonna do if she has a violent felony warrant out and she's at home?
supposedly, according to Barrick, if he's off duty, that he doesn't have a
No.
duty to report.
That's incorrect. I don't believe that's correct.
I think him and Sky reached out and they got that clarified or something. I might be wrong, but That's what they reached out to Barrett, because Sky's dating a criminal and obviously flopped with Rule, and they reached out to Barrett and said it's a gray area. If you're off duty, you haven't got a duty to report or something like that.
Okay,
But-
the wording of that is not correct. Our SOPs. So I guess it depends. Okay, because we are required to report violent crimes witnessed off duty, but how does that happen with a warrant? Like, you didn't witness the crime, but if they're still wanted for the violent crime, that's, I don't know.
Yeah. Believe me,
I mean, it says very clearly here, must always conduct yourself professionally on and off duty as you're a direct reflection of the department. You're required to report any violent crimes witnessed off duty, and failing to report a witnessed violent crime while off duty will result in disciplinary action. 10-2.
I think you're having all of the thoughts that all of us have had, but like in like 10 minutes. It's just that it's happened to us over like a few weeks as it's happened. But yeah, pretty much it's not even whether or not they have to, it's also like whether or not they should have to. Like, why are they being put in their position and things like that. Like, I thought, maybe I think I was naive to think that once she was adopted and, you know, she had a home and she had a family, why would she need to do crime anymore? Like, she's got parents with jobs that take care of her. She has a house, she has a roof over her head, she's got food on the table. But it's the club. That's it. And I spoke to Ziggy about it, and he said, you know, I think you boiled it down to some people want a thrill. So yeah, it's not everything out I thought it would. I thought it would be. I'll be honest. But they. I wanted to tell you because Ziggy is obviously getting involved, you know, and doing things that are violent and criminal, which are obviously things he said he wasn't going to do. And obviously, Rule, I didn't want you to...
Whose number ends in 1398? I don't even know if I want to pick out...
I don't know.
Hello? What's up? No, that was not me.
Snitch.
Nope, was not me.
They call me Snitchard for a reason.
No problem. Have a good one. I don't understand. Fritz radio checked on radio. I was the only one to respond. Then they announced that somebody was looking for an officer that got wrenched by somebody named Pipsqueak. And
That was 203. It was the Froster.
Well, either way, I responded, but then Fritz called me to ask if it was me, despite the fact that I was the only one to call over radio. That, oh, I'm so confused. Listen, I'm gonna say this. I will say this. Number one, Ziggy is far too fucking deep, to the point of no return. 2, not a fan of that. 3, she is dead to me and will be dead to me the moment she ever does something to me. As simple as that. And if we hit that point, I will say out loud what I was going to say about her before.
Okay. What about Ziggy?
It's different. For the same reason I'd go to his defense, I can understand why he would do it to others in his club. Honey, listen. You will know when I say the thing that I was almost going to say, you will know. I got that one locked and loaded. Locked and loaded.
Okay. Are you sure it's a good idea?
What's a good idea?
So, I'm just worried that I'm not saying that you're not justified in if anything happens between, because this is what this is what Eta's worried about, particularly is if the ADMC, and Ziggy and Rue are doing these violent things and they get into an altercation with police and there's a shootout and then there's you and Maple and Flop on one side and there's Ziggy and Rue on the other and something happens and they shoot you. I'm not saying you're not justified in doing what you do or being angry, but if you lash out at her, we might lose
What's it gonna
Flop.
do? Make the situation worse?
Yeah, but what about if we lose Flop?
Obviously, that's not good. That's not good. But if Flop's morals are so willing to bend, I don't know about that. What do we do? What do we do? Hey, Flop, by the way, your husband and your adopted daughter, who should have been sent to the shelter, shot you. I hope you have a wonderful dinner. Like I said, I will try to word this as clearly as possible. If me, you, Flop, Etta are ever valued less than that club, the moment they make it clear that we are not valued more than that club, they are dead to me.
Okay.
And I'm calling it now. It's going to be Rue first. It's going to be her. And what I say to her, if and when that happens, is not going to be nice.
Well, I just thought I should show you, so, sorry it wasn't the best news in the world.
It's not your fault. I'm not upset with you. I mean, if you really think about it, this is all Ziggy's fault.
The thing is, up until this whole council thing, things were good. Like, don't get me wrong, I didn't like the whole idea that Ziggy was in the club and having to come round to that, but you know, Ziggy was clean, or that's what he was telling us, and nothing too bad was happening, but then this council thing happened, TJ died, and then it's all just kind of blown up from there. And then everything we called
honey, it's
that.
making every fiber of my being not. I don't know why. I'm sorry to interrupt. I'm having like an internal outburst here. I don't know why, but if this situation didn't include Rue and it was just Ziggy doing his thing, for whatever reason, that would be different, because it's like someone I know and have known for years on end, and like it's different when there's somebody from you know, the outside, if you will, then being introduced and coming in with baggage.
Yeah, I get that. I get it. I didn't want you to find out when she was on the other side of the bars after like a situation. She was like, "Oh, hey, Grandpa," you know, and you were like, "Excuse me," you know. I didn't want you to find out like that, and then you were like, you had to find out from like, I don't know, Sky or somebody that you were conflicted, or because that would have been a mess.
Yeah. Not wrong.
But yeah, Flop is not happy because, you know, he found out that Ziggy was getting involved in the shootout stuff because he got on duty to a mass shootout, and both Rue and Ziggy were in the ICU. So he had to stand there and look at that. So he was pretty pissed. So I think the whole reason these shootouts have been happening is because they've been trying to kidnap Ziggy. The primary belief is because of they kidnapped the police officer, and there was text between Ziggy and that police officer, and so Changang thinks Ziggy's a snitch and has been talking to the police about I think it's to do with Solomon and that shooting at the meeting and his involvement with it. So that's the context behind everything. So that's why. And I think Flop called him out on his hypocrisy because Ziggy was very scared of getting kidnapped and not getting involved and wanting to like hide in this house and everything. And then he's going out and like going out with his firearm and shooting these people. It seems a bit
Were they
backwards.
proven to be the aggressor? Because if he's shooting, if he's with a group and they start getting fired upon, listen, I understand gang-related shooting may exist, if it even does still, but there's a difference between being rolled up on and defending yourself versus being the aggressor and rolling up on another group of people. There's a massive difference.
I don't know the details because I don't look at the reports when it's ADMC stuff because I don't want to do that. I don't want to read into that. I don't think it's right. But from I asked Flop and the way he answered was basically like Ziggy was involved, like he was, you know, he was out and about being involved. It wasn't like a surprise. But that being said, Ziggy didn't have a warrant or anything, so I don't know. But Flop seemed angry at him, and that, you know, I don't know. Flop and Ziggy are supposed to have a chat and a proper talk about it, and I don't think they had that because Ziggy was in the hospital, and I don't want to get involved, and I'm trying to leave it to Flop and trying to let him handle his business because that's his part of the family, but it's one of these not doom spirals, but it's a tornado right now that's turning into a hurricane. And it's only gonna get worse. And yeah. Because we can't just tell them, you know, you can't adopt a rule. We can't just do that. Because again, they feel the same way about rule that we feel about Flop, but because you wouldn't let someone tell you we can't adopt Flop, right?
Right. But if I heard stuff from people I care about regarding, you know, why it may be too hasty or something, maybe, you know, I'd consider. It doesn't matter what we do, it's going to come across as offensive and wrong and overbearing.
The thing is, I said that to them at the start, because they spoke to me about it like a few days after the whole council shooting, and they did take some extra time before they made a decision about it, about adopting or and like making it semi-official. And then Etta and Maple about a week and a half ago had to have a sit down with Ziggy and Rue, basically about Rue and the warrant situation, because she had another warrant, and being like, you know, basically trying to have that conversation with her about being a criminal and living in the house and that kind of thing. And they were very nice about it, and they were like, you know, we still love you guys, we still want you here, this, but then she has another warrant, you know, not too long afterwards.
Yeah. Well, I'm just gonna say it. I don't think they're being mindful of the positions that they're putting other people in.
That's what Doc said. Yeah, I agree. I agree. I'm gonna ask you a question, and I think I know the answer to it already. But if there was a shootout between the police and ADMC, uh, and you knew that Rue and Ziggy were two of the shooters, would you shoot them down?
You want my honest answer?
Yeah, of course.
Rue without hesitation. Ziggy, I'd put forth an effort into talking him down. And if I couldn't, then I wouldn't have another choice. Now, to be clear, if I've already been shot at, different story.
Yeah, if you've already been shot at, yeah.
If I've already been shot at, without hesitation, no questions asked. Doesn't matter if it's either of them.
Yeah. Yeah,
What do you think my answer was going to be?
pretty much that. I didn't think you were gonna let the job, like, I think you were gonna do your job basically. The conversation's been brought up. I don't want to spill too much of other people's opinions over, but I haven't had the conversation directly, but essentially, I think Ziggy brought up that I can't even remember. I think this was through HR, but basically that if they knew it was you or Flop or Maple, that they wouldn't shoot. But I made the very, the point that, if it's dark or it's at distance and it's a shootout with police, are you going to be able to identify, your father-in-law or your grandfather from that distance before you shoot? And I guess the club gonna let them hesitate and that kind of thing. It's not gonna happen. It's just not a feasible thing for them to be able to do.
It's not, which is why for me, that just boils down to choosing the club over family, and why, you know what I said earlier, Rue without hesitation, Ziggy, I'd try to get, if we're in a situation in which I've already been shot at, there isn't even going to be that conversation with Ziggy, because they've already chosen the side that they're on. For the same reason, I put myself at risk every day to do this job and ensure that, the law is upheld. They chose an opposing side, and it's unfortunate, but we are pretty much at odds with each other. Which is why I think long-term, this is not going to be good. Not for Ziggy, not for Flop, not for Rue, not for you, and not for me. Not for Edda, not for Maple. So that's where I stand. If they're content making the decision of being on that side, I'm content. I may not be happy, okay, but I will do exactly what they're doing. They feel they need to do something on that side. I feel I need to do something on this side. And if our paths cross, then it's unfortunate, And whether or not things go in our favor is irrelevant because the damage is done.
Yeah, I agree.
So that's
that.
where I stand.
Okay.
And on that note, I'm going 42.
All right.
30's 42. Have a good one.
You too.
You want your walking stick back?
Give it to me tomorrow.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
You sure?
Yeah. Here.
Wait. All right.
Well,
Take it easy, okay? Yeah.
I'll try. No promises. Where's my espresso machine?
Damn. Holy shit, that was spicy. You get the tea? Did you guys get that tea? Did you get the tea I just did?
Utilizing any public road throughout the state as a means for automotive racing as a sport or material gain.
For real. I do feel for real a little bit. But that's roads. That's just roads. But tell us what Doc is thinking.
They basically just told us like
I
just
will
make
once
sure
I
your
get
awareness is in
outside.
check. Which I feel like that's how it usually goes anyways.
Yup.
Gabby! Thank you for the raid, buddy. Hey, Raiders.
Woo.
Spicy
Yeah.
tea, huh?
I believe I just said that with my
We got some
mouth.
spicy tea from Rhodes. Team. Holy shit, Anonymous!
Fringo, got another report about you.
Anonymous, thank you for the 10 gifties!
You're suspended.
Oh my god, and Brucey, thank you for the 40 months! And Sam, thank you for the 38 months! Coming here stomping! Holy shit! Holy shit! Shambo, dude, the 18 months! I'm so glad we called Matt today. I'm glad we got to catch Matt because that was a conversation that's needed to happen for a hot minute. That needs to happen for a hot minute, and honestly, Matt's reaction, Jeff's kiss. Jeff's kiss. Honestly, him leaping out the car, yeah, that went from comical to That went from Tech W to Oop real quick. Keen thing with a 5 months, buddy. Yeah, that went from comical to Oop real quick. Let's drive around and talk for a bit. Okay, so essentially that boiled down to Rhodes and Dark are on the same page for a few things and differ on a few things. So Rhodes is essentially on. He hasn't met Rue. I don't think so. Basically, he is on. He's on the page of Rue is the kind of criminal. Rue is a criminal who shoots me when I go down to BBMC turf. That is his picture of Rue right now, and that's what he's got. Damn, let me give it a sub to Ember.
Suspended. You're suspended.
Earm Sam _ gifted a tier 1 sub to Bunara. They have given 26 gift subs in the channel.
We're gonna go get a tattoo in a second. Not a grab stamp after that conversation. But yeah, I think does Doc agree with him on like having that opinion? Oh my god, it's so good, spoon. Thank you for the 5 gifties, buddy. Holy shit, you guys. Thank you so much. Oh my god, the hype train is popping off right now. Level 3. Big level 3. Choo-choo, bitches. Thank you. So essentially, Dark is like, does he understand where Rhodes is coming from? Yes. To have that opinion, I think it's an it's.
Got another report.
Twixie! Twixie, they were the 10 gifties! Holy shit, the hype train just keeps going. We're on level 4. Oh my god, history! It keeps going now.
Got another report about you.
It keeps going now. It keeps going. Twixie and history with 10 gifties each. Holy crap, thanks guys. It's something with 200 biddies. I haven't had biddy sound in a while. I don't have a custom biddy sound. I don't have one. Choo choo bitches. Thank you guys so much. Holy crap. And Kirby Rage, yeah. Thank you. Twixie and history. Thanks guys. Thanks for all the gifties. Holy crap. So yeah, Doc is like, Matt, yep, I get where you're coming from, but at the same time he's like, is Rue like that anymore? To be fair, Doc doesn't know whether Rue's like that anymore, but he has seen a different side to Rue that he hasn't seen before. Not a great deal, like he hasn't interacted a crazy amount with Rue. But he's definitely seen and heard of a side of Rue that Matt definitely hasn't, right? But at the same time, is it unexpected of Matt to have that opinion? No. Then, is someone's warehouse? No. Has Dark extensively no Rooney 3.0s? Dark had a few run-ins with Rue, and most of it was DUIs. So, yeah, probably not. Span, I think with 8 months, by the way. I appreciate you. Thank you very much. Oh my god, we hit another sub goal. Holy shit. What did we hit? We hit community games. Next sub goal is in... Oh my god, we're nearly there already. Holy shit. Is in like 9 subs. We're going to do Elden Ring. Oh god. Bad idea. But Matt did the very expected thing of it wasn't expected, it's an expected trait of Matt's, which is the kind of like cutting people off thing. But I'm glad he said it, because it's, if Ziggy and Rue prove that they are valuing the club more than the family, Matt's gonna cut him out. And the question Dark has to ask himself is, if Matt does that, does Dark do it too? I don't know. I don't know if he does it too. To be fair, if they end up shooting Matt, he's gonna do it. To be fair, if they end up shooting Flop, he's gonna do it. If he ends up shooting Maple, no offense, Maple, I don't know whether it would have the same impact. Let's just be real for a second. No offense to Maple, but it's not gonna have the same impact, right? But if Ziggy or Rue put Dark in a position to lose his husband or lose another son, why would he ever forgive him? He wouldn't. And he warned Ziggy in the first place, down at Mirror Park, right? That he warned him that Flop's gonna get hurt if you go down this road, so walk away now, right? That was what he warned him of. Yeah, Maple's he's still a fresh face. Has Dark changed a lot between 3.0 and 4.0? Dark's changed a lot in 4.0. Matt did warn him straight up, yeah. Matt warned him straight up that if... To be fair, Matt warned... I can't remember what exactly Matt said, but it was something... It was basically like, if you betray our trust or something, you know, we'll cut you off. I'll just cut you out, and I'll have no problems doing it. Was pretty much the TLDR for Matt. But I think with Dark, and I think with everything, I think since Cody, I think Dark's probably been looking to Matt. So, for those I mean, most of you in here are gonna know, but for those unaware, Cody was Dark and Matt Rhodes' son that got killed by a cop in Mission Row. But Matt never really processed it or did anything about it. And I think Dark looked to Matt in that time, and Matt never really did anything, and so Dark never did anything, because Matt's like Dark's rock, right? That's who he leans on. And I don't think Dark has told Matt about his mom dying, like him finding out about his mom being killed by a police officer either. Like how he found out about that either in the 5 years that's passed between 3.0 and 4.0. I don't think he's told him to not trigger anything. I think it's a mix between not wanting to trigger anything of Cody, but also not maybe not being able to lean on him as much when it comes to that stuff. But I think with this happening, I think Matt being able to make decisions here, like with this whole Ziggy situation, like Matt being able to just be like, just to make decisions and look out for the good of the family is gonna influence Dark's choices, because he can look to Matt and he can lean on Matt for help in this kind of stuff. And I think that's gonna influence Matt, and I think influence Dark, because Dark's gonna go, he's gonna lean towards whatever decisions Matt's gonna make. So basically what I'm saying is, if shit blows up, Dark's gonna go with whatever way Matt's gonna go, right? I'm sure that was expected anyway, but it's gonna make it easier for Dark. And it's made it a lot easier to hear Matt say those things, right? Whether or not that's a healthy thing, a drug. But I don't know whether Dark would just cut people out. Because he doesn't want to lose Flop. But at the same time, with what Matt was saying, and Dark didn't want to just like bring it up and question it, but it was essentially, if Ziggy and Rue shot one of the family in a shootout, and Flop, and you know, Matt gets angry about it and cuts them off, and we lose Flop because of that, well, why are we losing Flop? Like, why is Flop mad at Matt for that? Like, why should Flop be mad at Matt for being mad about being shot by his husband or by Matt's son-in-law? Like, Flop should be able to realize that Matt is in the right to be upset about it, right? So we shouldn't lose Flop, I think, was what Matt was trying to say there. Is family too spicy? Oh yeah, it's great. It's great. All of us are emotional terrorists. Yeah. Yeah, we are. About 100% Matt would cut off anyone who endangered the family, unless it was Flop. Flo would have to mess up so bad. Yeah, I agree. I hope he was going 42 anyway, and I didn't make him go 42 with that conversation. Oh, we had to go? Okay, good. He's already lost him to the club. Yeah. Yeah. I think that's what he was getting at, pretty much, yeah. We'll see. We'll see what happens, so.